Hello, all of my magical friends. It is Miss Liz, one of your librarians, and I am here today with a super exciting program that I cannot wait to share with you guys. Now, if you guys know one thing about me, it is that I love Disney. So I thought it would be really fun if we did 3 Disney-inspired treats to bring a little magic home with us. During today's video, I'm going to give you guys recipes that are inspired by the famous Disney Dole Whip, Mickey Mouse themed decorated cupcakes, and the gray stuff inspired by Beauty and the Beast. If you guys are ready for a magical time, we are going to hop down into my kitchen and get this party rolling. So the first magical munchie we are going to be making today is inspired by the Dole Whip that you could find at the Disney parks. If you've had it before, you know how truly magical this sweet treat is. For our at-home version, you guys are going to need 4 simple ingredients to get this treat going. Let's see what it is.
So the first things that we need for this Dole Whip are our vanilla ice cream, our pineapple juice, and some crushed pineapple. You're going to need some shredded coconut if you would like a topping, a cup to put the stuff in, a spoon to get out your ice cream, and of course your blender, and the blender attachment of what you're going to put your ice cream in. So the first thing we are going to do is open up that pineapple juice. Get out your can openers if you're using a can, or if you have a carton, crack that open. You're going to put about a half a cup of liquid into your blender cup. You're going to use a little bit less than that just because too much liquid will make your Dole Whip too soupy, and we want it to be more ice cream in consistency. Then you're going to take your crushed pineapple and again take about a half a cup, a little bit less, and put that into your blender cup with the pineapple juice. What you should really do is drain your crushed pineapple. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do that, so I had a little bit extra liquid, which is what I didn't want. And then it's time to add in the ice cream. You're going to take about a cup of ice cream and stick it in there. You could do a little bit less, a little bit more, depending on how many people you're feeding. If this is just for you though, you're gonna do the serving size and stick that in the blender with all of the pineapple juices and the crushed pineapple that you used. Once you have all of your ingredients in the blender cup, you're going to close that really tight, put it on your blender, and blend it for about 15 to 20 seconds, however long it takes to get your Dole Whip to be liquidy. I'm not gonna lie, in mine I put too much liquid, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my Dole Whip concoction into a plastic Ziploc bag. I'm gonna put it in the freezer, and that will give it more of an ice cream like consistency because I had too much pineapple juice in mine. You are going to leave that mixture in the freezer for 2 to 3 hours until it gets to be a nice soft serve consistency. Now that 3 hours has passed, I'm gonna take my ice cream out and show you guys what it looks like. I'm not gonna lie, I could have left it in for a little bit longer, but I was really excited to show you guys this Dole Whip recipe, so I put it in the cup. The final step is to just garnish it with some shredded coconut if you like it. If you do not like shredded coconut, you are good to go from the minute you put it in the cup. I hope you enjoy.
For our second magical munchie today, we are going to be decorating Mickey Mouse inspired cupcakes.
Cupcakes are the first ingredient we need for this. You are also going to need some frosting, some vanilla or chocolate, whatever your favorite is. You're also going to need M&Ms. We are going to use some mini Oreos. We're going to use some regular sized Oreos. We are going to need some sprinkles if you want to add some color, and yellow food coloring lastly. So the first thing you're going to do is open your vanilla frosting and throw in some yellow food coloring and stir it all around until you get a nice bright Mickey-like yellow color. Once you have your yellow frosting, you're going to take it and decorate the top of one of your cupcakes. After that, you're going to take one of your Oreos and you're going to cut it in half. This is to create our Mickey head. Be very careful while you guys are cutting it, A, because you're using a sharp object, and B, because you do not want your cookie to break. Once you have half of it, you're going to put it in the top of your cupcake, nice into the frosting so it sticks. Then you're going to take 2 of your mini Oreos and you're going to put a little bit of frosting on each of them to make Mickey's ears. The frosting allows it to stick to that big Oreo, so you're going to want to put a nice dollop on there. Once your Oreos are attached, you guys are going to take 2 red M&Ms to make the buttons like what's on Mickey's shorts, and you're going to stick them on top of your cupcake. And that is the first way you can decorate this Mickey guy. The second way we are going to decorate a Mickey cupcake is to use that yellow frosting again, get it all on top, nice and frosted. Then we are going to create a hidden Mickey using 3 brown M&Ms. You're going to put them in the middle, shaped like Mickey's head, 1 big circle and 2 other circles next to him. And then what I did was I just took some red M&Ms and I used it to put around the border. I'm not gonna lie, when this cupcake was done, I realized he looked more like a Lion King than a Mickey cupcake, but hey, it's still in the Disney family, so you can make it as magical and as colorful and as creative as you want. This is just a basic Mickey cupcake tip.
And our third magical munchie today is going to be the gray stuff. It's delicious. If you haven't guessed, this treat is inspired by Disney's Beauty and the Beast, my personal favorite Disney movie in the entire collection. It's sure to have your taste buds singing and dancing. Take a look at what we need and let's get started.
For the gray stuff, we are going to need a whole bunch of Oreos. We used the leftover ones from our Mickey cupcakes. You're also going to need some chocolate pudding, some Cool Whip or whipped cream, whatever you have, some fresh strawberries, and some brownies. They can be store-bought or homemade. For today's recipe, I use store-bought. So for the first thing we are going to do is we are going to take our Oreos, we are going to put them in a plastic Ziploc bag, and we are going to crush those into fine powdered cookie bits. The finer the better. You'll all see later what I mean when I say the finer the better, because they get stuck. Once your cookies are crushed, you're going to take a bowl and put a healthy scoop of whipped cream into it, however much you'd like for however many people are enjoying this treat. You are going to take your pudding cup. It is going to be 1 pudding cup per person, so if you're doing it for 1, just use 1 pudding cup. 2 people, use 2 pudding cups, and so on and so forth. You're going to scrape that out, and you're going to fold the pudding into the whipped cream. What this means is you're not going to stir it super fast. You're going to kind of like get it nice and in there. It looks fast because I sped up the video, but you're gonna just kind of keep folding it in so that it gets a nice gray-like color. Once you have that nice color, you're going to take that Ziploc bag of Oreos and you are going to throw them into your mixture and fold them in as well. You can put in a lot of cookies, you can put in a little cookies, whatever you prefer is the amount of cookies that is right for this recipe. So as you can see, I like Oreo cookies, so I wanted to put more in there. Once you have your mixture all folded together and it is a nice gray color, you guys are going to take another Ziploc bag and you're going to pour that mixture into it. This is so that we can squeeze it out on top of our brownies to make it really pretty and really fancy, like something that would be found in the Beast Castle. After you have it in your Ziploc bag, you are going to close the top of it. Make sure that you press all the air out. You're going to kind of squeeze it all down to the bottom corner, and you're going to take a scissor and cut a small little diagonal shaped thing to be able to squeeze it out. Then we are going to take our brownies. Like I said, they could be store-bought or homemade. For today, I use store-bought because that's what I had in my house. And you're going to take those brownies out. You're going to make them into nice rectangle shapes. We want them to be pretty and clean cut. Again, something that would be served at the Beast's main table. Then you are going to take your gray stuff and we are going to squiggle it out on top of that brownie. Make it whatever kind of design you want. If you are artistic, you can make them into a rose. If you want to try to draw some of the characters on there, whatever you want. Just make sure that as you're piping it out, that no cookies are getting in the way of that opening that you created. This is what's happening with mine, so you'll see me kind of like go in and like take the cookies out and just keep going. You don't want to press too hard because it will splurt out and mess up your beautiful creation. So just make sure to be careful and take your time with this step. And again, make it look however you want. It's your creation. It's your gray stuff. If you do not want brownies, another alternative is to pipe out your gray stuff into a pretty bowl. You can make it swirly, you can make it crisscross, whatever you want. This is better if you do not super like chocolate. It is a alternative without the brownie. It is just a beautiful plate of gray stuff. So feel free to do that option too. Once your gray stuff is all in place, what I like to do is I like to take the strawberries and I like to decorate with them. So here I am putting it on the edge of my bowl of gray stuff to make it look a little prettier. And I'm also going to use them to decorate the top of my gray stuff brownies because, I mean, strawberries are red like the Enchanted Rose. So why not add that pop of color in there?
And there you all have it, our 3 magical Disney-inspired treats ready for you and your family to enjoy at home, hopefully while you're watching a Disney movie or Disney show. I hope you and your families are doing well, and I hope you have a magical evening. Until next time, bye!